The boxing world is buzzing after what just went down between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez on Instagram Live. The words exchanged during this heated moment stunned fans everywhere. Just hours after Shakur dominated Teofimo at Madison Square Garden with a new perfect performance that left Lopez looking confused, both fighters went live on Instagram. What started as a conversation quickly escalated, spiraling into chaos in a way nobody expected.
Y'all put some on there, and y'all gonna get it right now, man.
According to multiple people who watched the entire Instagram Live exchange, Shakur Stevenson did not hold back at all, unleashing some of the harshest and most disrespectful trash talk heard in recent boxing history between two elite fighters. The situation reportedly began when Teofimo Lopez went live on Instagram around 2 a.m., just hours after the fight, still visibly shaken and emotional from the one-sided loss he suffered at Madison Square Garden.
Where's the yes. Give me my space.
What nobody expected was Shakur Stevenson suddenly jumping into that same Instagram live. That's the moment everything exploded into a chaotic confrontation that has the entire internet buzzing. Before diving into the shocking comments made during that heated exchange, it's important to rewind and look at what happened in the ring that sparked all this drama. On January 31st at Madison Square Garden, Shakur Stevenson completely dominated Teofimo Lopez, earning a unanimous decision with identical 119-109 scores on all three judges' cards and capturing a world title in a fourth weight class in emphatic fashion. The fight was never truly close, as Shakur repeatedly made Lopez miss while landing clean, precise shots that steadily broke down the former champion both physically and mentally across 12 demanding rounds. By the sixth round, Lopez picked up a serious cut above his left eye, and it kept bleeding as the fight progressed, with blood clearly visible streaming down his face in the later rounds. Many observers sitting ringside said the frustration and sense of helplessness were obvious in Lopez's expressions and body language. As the rounds ticked by, it became clear that nothing he attempted was working against Shakur.
Good thoughts on this fight.
Easy work. My brother Shakur spanked his ass 12 rounds like I told him he would. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of my brother, man. He did his thing, man.
What stood out the most for Shakur right now?
Say it again?
What stood out the most for Shakur? Huh? What stood out the most for Shakur tonight versus Teofimo?
People close to Lopez's corner said that between rounds, his father Teofimo Lopez Sr. was panicking, yelling at his son and asking where his power had gone, without offering any real adjustments to turn the fight around. The punch statistics only reinforced how lopsided the contest was. Shakur landed 165 total punches compared to just 72 from Lopez, connecting at an impressive 44.4% rate, while Lopez struggled badly, landing only 15.4% of his attempts.
Teofimo, it seems like he couldn't just get it going. Like he just tried differently going up and down. The counters were getting him.
Yeah.
What could he done differently tonight?
I don't know. You know, it's difficult to box against a great mover like that. And, you know, he tried. He definitely tried. His dad was emotional.
What added even more sting to the defeat for Lopez was Terence Crawford stepping into the ring after the fight and celebrating with dance moves right in front of him. Lopez's team reportedly saw the celebration as extremely disrespectful, and many believe this moment was the spark that ignited the intense social media clashes that broke out later that night and carried on into the early morning hours.
I know it's a lot to... I still need mine. Huh? I still need mine.
Hey, I'm different.
I don't care. I need that.
I'm too big for you, Teo.
It's all good. I need that.
You couldn't do nothing.
It's all good. I need that.
Listen.
It's all good, man.
Listen, serious. Good job.
Hey, I'm always going to try. I'm always going to work hard.
No. You're supposed to. I just told you that, man. We all in here for the same thing.
Now let's break down what actually went down during this chaotic Instagram live that has fans non-stop talking and reposting clips that quickly racked up millions of views. According to people who watched it unfold in real time, Teofimo Lopez started the stream visibly angry and frustrated, venting about the fight while offering reasons for the loss. Viewers heard Lopez say things like that version of him in the ring wasn't the real him, that something felt off, and that he didn't feel like himself. He also admitted the game plan failed and didn't play out the way his team expected once the fight started.
And life comes at you, it'll come at you in many ways. And you gotta treat it like a champ. That's it. You gotta treat it like a champ. Tell yourself, it's okay. I learned from it and I treat it like a champ every time. So if you're going through hard times in your life, whether it's from any sports or academics or anything like that, it's okay. You're still a champ. I was just honestly,
plenty of fans in the comments tried to lift Lopez up, telling him he'd bounce back stronger. But at the same time, the chat was flooded with trolls mocking how badly Shakur had dominated him. Then, without any warning, Shakur Stevenson suddenly joined the Instagram live, and the atmosphere instantly shifted into something tense and confrontational. According to people familiar with the exchange, Shakur immediately went on the offensive with trash talk, telling Lopez he should be thankful the fight hadn't been even more humiliating than it already was.
Johnny boy, what do you do better than Tio?
I'm the better fighter. That's it.
Definitely.
That remark reportedly pushed Teofimo over the edge, and he immediately fired back with his own heated response, accusing Shakur of being boring and claiming he was never truly hurt at any point during the 12 rounds. What Shakur said next is what has the entire boxing world debating whether the line was crossed or if it was simply raw rivalry talk. According to people who say they watched the full exchange, Shakur made a statement implying that Lopez should be grateful he wasn't finished in the ring, using blunt and aggressive language that left viewers stunned.
What did you need to change to turn this into more success than he had tonight?
For who?
For Teofimo.
Hey, yo, sometimes you just gotta grab your nuts and you just gotta put balls to the wall, unfortunately. But that's just what it is. And sometimes when you think you can keep up with a boxer...
According to one viewer, screenshots were taken during the Instagram live and later posted on Twitter, claiming Shakur said something along the lines of telling Lopez he should be thankful he showed restraint and could have caused much more damage. The exact wording remains uncertain since the live video was deleted soon after, but several sources agree that the exchange was heated and disrespectful on both sides. Many fans who witnessed it said the tension between Shakur and Teofimo felt genuine, not like manufactured trash talk for promotion as some initially believed. One boxing fan tweeted immediately afterward, saying Shakur completely unloaded on Teo during the live and that it was the most disrespectful they had ever seen him, adding that the rivalry was real and far from over. Another fan commented that Teofimo appeared deeply affected by Shakur's words, noting that the loss clearly shook his confidence and that Shakur WA.
World champion, and that was a phenomenal performance tonight, Shakur. Well done.
Appreciate you, Eddie.
Firstly, before we open the floor to you guys, just a few words from yourself on the fight and a historic moment.
All glory to God. It was amazing.
The Instagram live between the two fighters reportedly lasted about 10 to 15 minutes before it ended. But by that point, the tension was already palpable. Sources close to Teofimo Lopez said he left the session visibly emotional, feeling that Shakur had crossed a line with his remarks. One insider explained, Teo feels disrespected, not just by the loss, but by Shakur's behavior afterward. This isn't over between them. Meanwhile, those close to Shakur Stevenson's camp see things differently, claiming Lopez brought much of this on himself with his pre-fight trash talk, which clearly fired Shakur up. According to sources who spoke with Shakur after the Instagram live, he felt Lopez had disrespected him throughout the promotional build-up and got what he deserved both in the ring and afterward. One source added, Shakur was tired of Teo running his mouth for months. Now that he beat him decisively, he's making sure Teo knows exactly who the better fighter is. Their rivalry actually stretches back to their amateur days, when they sparred years ago. Both fighters have conflicting memories of that session. Shakur claims he dominated, while Lopez insists he came out on top. That disagreement has fueled tension for years and helps explain why emotions boiled over during the Instagram live after their professional bout. Even before the fight, Lopez made aggressive comments at a press conference that reportedly provoked Shakur and almost sparked a physical altercation before security stepped in. Witnesses said Lopez's remarks were vulgar and personal, pushing Shakur to the edge. Many boxing insiders believe those comments motivated Shakur not just to win, but to completely dominate and humiliate Lopez in front of the Madison Square Garden crowd. The fight was so one-sided that even Lopez's father admitted afterward that something seemed off, telling multiple media outlets in post-fight interviews, "That wasn't my son in the ring."
But I can't blame it on the dad, because I understand the coaching out of emotion aspect of it, but the dad know what his son could do, because I was like, where's the power at? So when the dad was yelling to him in the corner, where's the power? I'm saying to myself the same thing, like, yo, I betted on this.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. also pointed fingers at the media and pre-fight hype, claiming that his son was mentally affected by rumors and personal accusations that circulated during fight week. However, most boxing experts and analysts quickly dismissed those explanations, emphasizing that Shakur was simply the superior fighter that night and would have won regardless of any distractions. The Instagram Live incident has added yet another layer to their ongoing rivalry, with fans and analysts now speculating about the possibility of a rematch. Still, given Shakur's dominance and the lopsided scorecards, the consensus is that an immediate rematch is unlikely unless Lopez can first rebuild his career with a string of strong victories.
Masterpiece, man. He looked so smooth, calm, and relaxed, man. That was beautiful. That was the one boxing lesson that you future guys, young guys and amateurs just turning pro, watch that, man. That was beautiful. You heard his father say in the corner, "What happened to your fast hands?"
Some boxing fans online have been arguing over whether Shakur's actions on Instagram live crossed the line, or if he should have been more respectful toward Lopez after such a dominant victory. One fan posted that Shakur needs to act with more professionalism, saying he already won the fight convincingly and didn't need to mock Lopez on social media, calling it a bad image for the sport. However, others pushed back and supported Shakur, arguing that he owned the right to speak after backing it up inside the ring. Another fan commented that Lopez spent weeks talking trash before the bout and then was completely outclassed, adding that Shakur was justified in proving who the superior fighter was and that you shouldn't talk if you can't handle the response.